Welcome back to My Life Coach Sandra, the platform where we talk about everything from mindset shifts, overcoming our anxious experiences. Also, we can experience some self-love, some self-care, and create a mindset that completely works for us. If you're anything like me and you're experiencing just a phase or a space in your life or in your week or in your month, just generally, this video is completely for you, and you've found me and I found you, and it's perfect and we can do this together. Today's video is part of an entire series about stepping ahead and being a step ahead of all of your anxious experiences and your anxious mindset. Also, you can live a life that completely works for you. Remember, what works for you might not work for someone else, and what works for someone else will definitely not work for you in most cases. So I hope you enjoy this video and enjoy this entire series. I'll leave a link either above or below to the first video we did for this series, which was all about curiosity and being curious with your mind. And yeah, enjoy the video and see you next week. So today we're going to learn and grow together and talk a little bit about being compassionate, especially being compassionate with yourself, and how hard it can be to be compassionate with yourself, especially when you're going through some kind of transition. No one ever talks about the in-between and how you stay sane, especially when you're trying to go from a mindset that completely doesn't work for you and you're trying to shift your life or trying to, make a better life for yourself mentally and physically sometimes. So yeah, we're going to talk about compassion and how you can be compassionate for other people and yourself. This is where I break it down to make it so simple. I think when you go on that journey of self-discovery, trying to unlearn things, trying to make yourself a better person, things can be so confusing. And especially when you're at the beginning of something and you're at the beginning of a lesson, you're kind of like, no, but what does this mean? No, but what does this mean? Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? So when I talk about compassion, for example, compassion is so simple, right? It's about having the intent to want to relieve the physical, emotional, and kind of mental challenges that someone else might be experiencing or you're experiencing. And that's when self-compassion comes into it. For example, last week we spoke about being curious and being curious with your mindset and being curious with the things that you think, right? It's all about mind, body, and soul. So taking that back, that sounds very yoga vibes. Mind, body, and soul is literally simplified to your physical feelings, your mental state, and kind of how you feel emotionally. That is mind, body, and soul. So when we talk about that, it's kind of showing compassion for your mind, body, and soul. So let me give you an example. For example, especially if you're someone that experiences periods just like me, welcome to the club. There's different phases of your cycle, right? And currently filming this right now, I am in my luteal phase, TMI. And this is the phase where it can be really similar to a fixed mindset and a mindset that just doesn't work for you. This is where you're feeling super anxious, you're irritable, you're really, like when I say really, going through it, like your body is fighting you and your mental is fighting you, and you think the world is about to end, everything and everyone hates you, but they really don't, I promise you. That's the similarity between your luteal phase and a fixed mindset. You're ruminating, you're overthinking, you're experiencing a lot of comparison, and that can also happen in your 20s. So your age can be a phase as well. So your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, your 70s, like it can go on and on. You can experience so many phases. But yeah, that's my example of what a lack of compassion can look like, especially when you're not compassionate with the way your mind works. So you're not compassionate with the idea of, for example, you're going through a cycle right now and you're in a phase of a cycle that everybody kind of experiences similar things to you, but you feel really alone. You are not alone whatsoever. This is just the phase, and having compassion for yourself helps you get through those phases a little bit faster, and sometimes just in a simpler way. It allows you to see that these phases don't last forever, but when they do come, and like most things in life, things ebb and flow and come in and out. So you will have phases that you're not really comfortable with and phases that you absolutely love. You always show yourself so much compassion, and you'll show compassion to other people, because when you're kind, the world is kinder. What's that saying from Lisa Renner? I think it's something like, if I feel better, I'm nicer. When I'm nicer, the world is nicer. That's not always 100% how it goes, but you know. And I always think that's a thing just generally in life. When people are happy within themselves or experiencing phases that they're happy with, they're so much nicer and they're so much more compassionate. And I think if I'm compassionate to myself, I'm going to be compassionate to somebody else. So it's all about the inner work helps the outer work. So how do you become nicer to yourself in a way, or nicer to other people? How do you show yourself compassion and so much love? The number one thing is, be so kind to yourself. Love yourself. Do the things you love. Be with the people you love. Be filled with love. Like, that is the number one thing, how to be compassionate with yourself. Be like, it's okay. Love on yourself. Start to like yourself. And that's when you can be kinder, because especially when you don't like yourself or the space that you're in, you're going to be really harsh. You're going to be really mean. And sometimes we can be our worst critics. So start being nice to yourself. And the second thing is, I always say, like a variation of these two things, it's okay or I'm okay. It's okay or I'm okay. They sound so simple, but they make such a difference, especially if you're like in the middle of, like, you're about to cry, like this, like today or the day can't get any worse. It's okay and I'm okay. Two of my favorite things. Easy. And the third thing I would say, start pausing. Like, just take a second. The world can be so fast and move so fast sometimes, and you feel like you're so behind, or you experience something where you're just like, this can't be my life, like this can't be it, because this is not what I was promised, this is not what I thought it would be. Your fixed mindset is stuck on what you thought it would be or what you think it can be. But just take a break and take a second and breathe. And if you're not sure how to breathe, there's so many things online about breath work, but I can do a video on that if you would prefer. But one of my favorite things to do is breath work, and it's called like the box breathing method. I always feel like these are some kind of tutorial in some kind of way. I always create these videos with the intention of getting you from one place to another. So today's intention was getting you from a fixed mindset, or just a space where you really don't have a lot of compassion for yourself or other people, and there's just no patience there. And it's kind of a video also for myself. Right now, I've been in a space where I haven't been patient. I haven't been compassionate with myself. I haven't allowed life to show me what can be good and what can be healthy. And these videos are some form of self-help in so many ways. So if I can do this for me, I'm so happy to do it for you too. And I hope that in today's video you learned that compassion is an amazing place to start, and it's great that it's the second thing to go to. So you start with being clear with yourself and being curious and wanting to know what your issues are, the things that you don't like and the things that you want to fix and you want to improve on. And then being compassionate is kind of just saying to yourself, okay, these things exist. I don't hate myself because of it. I want to improve them, but I'm not going to die on that hill. I'm not going to die to make it better. I'm not going to throw everything that's amazing about me away just because I've realized that there are things that I don't like. Let's work on them, and let's be okay with the fact that they're there for now. They're not going to be there forever, because we're working together. We're being a step ahead. We're being proactive. I like this. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Also put that notification bell on so you can be the first, or be one of the first, to see our videos when they do come out for this series. They will be coming out once a week. Yeah, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I love making them. They're a form of therapy for myself, and I hope they're just something that you can watch or put in the background or sit with, especially when you're just not having the best moment, just so you can know that you're not alone. I'm there with you sometimes, and I'm there with you right now, and we're going to get through this. Thank you, and see you in the next one. Bye.